What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another LEGO YouTube video, and today I'm going to be bringing back LEGO set reviews. It's been a while since I've done one, and I figured what better set than one of my rarest LEGO Star Wars sets, the 2012 Jabba's Palace set. This is notorious as one of the most expensive LEGO Star Wars sets out there right now, and it is easily one of my favorites, and it's easy to see why it is so desirable. I think both the interior and exterior details on this set are just amazing, and what's cool about this set is it's kind of like a modular building. It is actually split up into two main sections that are connected via Technic pins, and the first one we'll look at today is, of course, the smaller of the two, which is the tower. Now, there are 3 floors, and the first floor is very basic. It kind of just has this like entryway and passage to the other section, as well as some exterior windows and other details. And then if we take a look at the front of the first floor of this first kind of structure here, we have this movable turret, which is able to rotate like this. Also, you can move both of the blasters on it as well. I also really like how there's a play feature where you can open up the door to the palace, and what's cool is you can actually have it be held there in place by this lightsaber bar piece, and I think that's a very nice added play feature, and I definitely appreciate it a lot. And then another cool detail is you can push out this eyepiece like you see in the Return of the Jedi movie. And overall, I think the exterior of this tower looks really great. I like the kind of lookout area you can see towards the top here. And then if we go back into the interior, the second floor of this is very basic, just has a bottle and a small crate holding a blaster. And then the top is a little lookout post. You can see some binoculars as well as a blaster and just enough space to hold one minifigure. And what's cool about this set too is it does connect to the main palace. You can see the entryway to the main section of the build here, and you're able to easily snap both sections into place just like that. It's very easy to do that. And anyway, let's just get into the main attraction of this set, which is of course Jabba's kind of throne room area. And I think it's hard to see inside, which is why it's good that they allow you to remove the ceiling, because it lets a lot more light in there. And let's look at the interior details. And starting off, we have this little pit here, which is actually designed to go with the Rancor pit LEGO set, which I do not have, but it is on my wish list, so maybe we'll get it soon. But looking past that, we also have a few tables as well as some crates on the interior of the palace. Also, we can see the main attraction, which is Jabba's kind of throne here, which has Ula and Salacious Crumb post on it. You can also see Jabba's drink here, which I like how they use the frog piece, and you can see he's actually able to drink it too, which I thought was a nice little detail. Also, what's cool is you can move Jabba's actual throne backwards like here to reveal this like gray panel, and you can push this piece out and it actually opens up this trap door. And this is of course compatible with the Rancor pit set, but since I don't have that, I had to find another way to truly show off the ability to have, I guess, this as a play feature. So you're able to open this up and boom, there we go, Ula falls down to the ground. R.I.P. Ula. And also, what's cool, you can completely remove the stage. It's kind of hard to get it out of there, but you can remove it, and it's a pretty basic design, but I think it still looks good. And behind Jabba's throne, you can see a blaster, a frog, and some gold pieces as well. And I am assuming is a kind of bonfire to kind of cook some food or something. And then also, all the way to the left, we are able to see Han Solo and Carbonite. You can also see the panel that controls Carbonite, the Han's Carbonite chamber, I guess. And you can also rotate it around to, it's a full 360 display. And then you can also easily place Jabba back inside the throne room as well. And let's go ahead and get a look at the ceiling that I removed earlier. Very basic design, but I do think it looks good. It actually does have this Technic piece, which allows for you to shoot out this little flick missile, and here it is again in slow motion. I think it's a nice play feature. It doesn't really do much, but I think it's pretty cool. And here is a better look at the exterior of the palace. I think the exterior of this Jabba's palace is amazing. I love all of the details in it. I'm honestly tempted to display it like this, but I like the interior details a little bit more in my opinion, but I think the color scheme, everything about this is great. It looks way better than the recent Boba Fett's throne room palace in my opinion, and that is most of the set reviewed. So let's go ahead and get into what makes this set so expensive, which is actually the minifigure selection here. There are several exclusive minifigures, and most of the minifigures in this set are very expensive. We'll take an individual look at each minifigure along with their Bricklink prices, starting off with Bib Fortuna. All of the prices shown are in the United States, and you can see he's pretty pricey. Next up is the Gamorrean Guard here, who averages about $17, and then we have Ula, who is exclusive to the set, and she's a bit more expensive, nearing the $60 price range. Also, a nice detail with the Ula minifigure is she does have an alternate face print. And then moving on to the kind of old school style of Chewbacca, he's averaging about $4-ish in the United States. And then we have an exclusive Han Solo, who is exclusive to the set, and he goes for about $6 new. You can also see the used prices, and then he also has an alternate face print as well, which I think looks good. And then my favorite minifigure in the set is actually the Boushh Leia minifigure. She is also exclusive, and she does come with a double-sided Princess Leia head, and you do get her hairpiece. And then next up is probably one of the most unique figures in the set. It is Jabba the Hutt himself. Very unique mold for this figure. One of my favorite Star Wars big figs, if that's what you'd call him, in LEGO that we have gotten. He's also able to move around 360 degrees, and he does have arm printing, and you can see printing on the tail, and it's a very detailed figure. Next up, we have his little sidekick, Salacious Crumb, who, despite being such a small minifigure, is worth almost $40, and he has some great printing on the back of him as well too. Also, we get this side droid here, who I almost forgot to include in the review, but he is not the most expensive thing, but there's a good look at all of our minifigures that we do get in this set. So lots of these guys are very expensive, very desirable, and they do drive up the price of the palace quite a bit. If you do want to try and get Jabba's palace today, it is going to be very expensive, an average new price of $350 and an average used of around $280 in the United States. So not a very easy set to get your hands on, but I will say I do think it is worth it. It is one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets that we have ever gotten, in my opinion, and I feel like what better time to buy it with the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. You know, I think this set looks amazing. We are apparently going to be getting a diorama of it next year, so it'll be interesting to see if the release of the kind of rumored diorama, nothing's been confirmed yet, but it'll be interesting to see if the release of a diorama of Jabba's palace will drive down the price of this one a lot. Honestly, I don't think it will, because I don't think they would remake Ula and some of the other minifigures that are exclusive to this set, so I think this will retain some of its value as time goes on, and I only expect it to go up in price. So if you've been eyeing this set, I would say definitely try and buy it. I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. I feel like the only thing this set could have benefited from would be like more minifigures, but like even then the minifigures that we got were amazing. The only minifigure I feel like is missing from this one is Slave Leia, but we do get her in the Jabba Sail Barge set, so I guess not the end of the world. It just would have been cool to get all of those minifigures in the same set, but I can see why LEGO kind of divided them up into two separate sets. So that's the end of this review. Definitely let me know what y'all thought of the LEGO Jabba's Palace set review, and what do y'all think about this set? Is it worth picking up in 2023, almost 11 years later after its original release? Definitely let me know in the comments. Let me know if y'all enjoyed the video as well, and subscribe if you are new around here, and stay tuned for more LEGO set reviews as well as LEGO collection overviews on the channel. But that is all for today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Peace out, y'all. I'll see ya in the next one. Bye.